Hi Gemini, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to another You versus Them. Gemini, let's see how you're feeling now, how the person connected to your energy is feeling, and what action we can expect in this connection. And Gemini, these are general collective readings, may not resonate with all of you. Please keep that in mind. Take what works for you, leave the rest. So let's begin. Welcome back, all my subscribers, and welcome in newcomers. Gemini spirit. All right, Gemini, newcomers, I'm setting down two sets of cards here. One side will be for you, one side will be for your person, and in the center, I'm going to have your dialogue message cards, mutual energies. If this is your reading, Gemini, you'll know which side you resonate best with. For me, this is going to be person A, this is going to be person B. Bottom of my deck, Two of Pentacles. Was somebody being juggled in this connection? Okay, so from what I feel from the first look at the cards here, Gemini, somebody here feels the other person has turned their back on this connection because it just wasn't moving forward in a positive direction. There could have been an argument, there could have been a fight, something could have happened where somebody gave up in this connection, said, I'm exhausted of you, I'm tired of you, I'm giving up. Now, whoever this person is, they are feeling hopeless. They're feeling hopeless because they know the other person has taken their power back. The other person says, yes, I wanted this to work out, but I had to walk away from this connection, Omkaratarot, because their attention was somewhere else. They were not making up their mind. Maybe they were being juggled, I don't know. Person B says, I have spent too much of time having sleepless nights, anxiety, stress, to a point where I can't take the burden anymore. I'm giving up. Maybe person B found out something about person A, and that's when they said, enough is enough. Okay, so this is my first thought, of course, Gemini. Let's ask the universe. Spirit, what's really going on in this connection? Why is Gemini and their person feeling this way? Gemini and their person, Spirit. Okay. First card here, Gemini says, decision. A decision is being made about this connection now. I think the decision is being made by person B to say, I'm giving up. Secret. Someone was either keeping this connection a secret or had some secrets or is now secretly spying from afar. Abundance, being rewarded for the work that's being done. So I have a feeling somebody who stood up for themselves or had the courage to walk away is the person who's going to come into a lot of abundance now because of, standing up for themselves and taking the right path, I guess. Let's also see, Gemini. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other right now, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Gemini and their person, Spirit. Gemini and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Let's take a few more from another deck. Gemini and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? All right, and just a few more from a third deck as well, Gemini, and then we'll start the reading. Gemini and their person, Spirit. All right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Gemini, if you're looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, I have anger issues I'm working on. So somebody could have created rifts and arguments and fights because they, maybe didn't want to make up their mind or choose a direction. You meant more to me than I could tell you or show you. Please forgive me for wasting your time. You're not the only one that's scared. This connection scares me too. It's sometimes hard to keep the faith when you're taking so long to commit. If I ever made you feel less than, I truly apologize. When I thought about how bad I hurt you, I literally cried. Waiting on you to forgive me, I promise I can change. We have undefined passion for each other. I feel overwhelmed to tell you my feelings. I have trust issues. I'm working on building courage. You touched my soul. I wake up and my dreams are shattered. I'm sorry that our relationship didn't work out. All right, so these were some of your messages. If these were resonating with your storyline, Gemini, let's start this reading. But before that, an angel blessing card, which is for the viewer of the reading, because it could be you watching, could be your cross watcher. So here's a blessing, guidance, advice, or a message for the person watching the reading. And this card here says safe travel. Maybe this is moving on from one phase of your life to the next phase of your life. If you've learnt your lessons, viewer, and the angels are directing you, they're carrying you on their shoulders, it seems. This could also maybe be an indication of somebody wanting to travel towards you. Okay, Spirit. Now let's see. Let's see what's happening in this connection. Let's start with person A's energy. And newcomers, please remember, these are not gender-based. I'm not guessing which side you're on. If this is your reading and you've been resonating till now, you'll immediately pick up which side you're on, who this person is for you. And yes, it can be a love interest, spouse, ex, secret crush, could even be a business partner, relative, best friend. So use your judgment there. I'm going to focus on you, person A, first. Once I'm done here, later I'll move to the other side. So tell me, in your feelings, in your emotions, how are you feeling? Person A feels that they always knew, I think, that this connection was meant to be. Maybe it was a divinely brought together connection or something. I don't think they could make up their mind. Maybe this person was enjoying the attention, or they were traveling, or they were, doing multiple projects and they were loving the attention and they wanted to keep their options open. I have a feeling they were too overwhelmed or too overworked or something, and either they turned their back on this connection, or maybe their behavior made the other person turn their back on this connection. This connection never moved towards peace and happiness. It was just full of conflict. I have a feeling the other person got angry. I have a feeling the other person got very upset and angry, could have kind of stepped back. They could have stepped back from the connection and saying, you know what, if you don't recognize the connection, if you don't see the value, we are meant to be King of Wands to the Queen of Wands. If you can't see it and you're always going to, keep me as an option and keep me just stuck and, wondering where you are or what you're doing, then I'm going to take a step back. Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel, person A, that this connection is now imbalanced, or your person has given up on you? Knight of Swords in reverse. Maybe there was an argument or a fight or some words were exchanged. Person A could have been caught lying or cheating or ghosting or something, or they ran away from commitment. They were not ready for a happily ever after. They refused to change their ways. Could be that as well. And now they feel, because of that, now my person has totally turned their back on me. They are exhausted of me. They've given up on me. Now they are missing that full cup of love that was being offered to them, which they never accepted. Right, person A? You lost out on a big cup of love? Yeah, because of their stubborn ways. This person was very arrogant. Sorry, person A, but this is a card of somebody being very, very egoistic and prideful. It's my way or the highway. I don't believe in commitment. I'm not ready for marriage. I'm not ready for, the long game. I'm not going to make up my mind about this connection. I don't want you to force me to have to choose what I need to do. Something happened here, where the other person, I think, just gave up on them. So how do you feel about the connection now, person A? How do you see person B? How do you feel about this connection currently? Person A feels now that they've lost out on their biggest wish. They feel hopeless. Yeah, they feel the other person will not want to reconcile with them anymore and has taken their power back from them, is standing strong, not even messaging them, not even talking to them, is moving on from them. it's giving person A a lot of stress and anxiety and sleepless nights because they feel the other person has already found passion elsewhere, or they moved on to a passionate brand new beginning. What if they met another soulmate now who is actually giving to them as they never gave? They are really stressed that the other person is in a happy partnership elsewhere. It's making them angry. It's making them jealous. It's making them scared. It's they are in the dark. I mean, this person is could be howling at the moon right now because they feel, well, I had that option. I had that option to invest. Why didn't I put in the energy and effort? I should have invested when the time was right. And I was just sitting in my ego and my pride and my whatever. They are very, very depressed. I think somewhere they were always hoping that the other person would return back to them. They feel now the love is lost. They've lost out on that big cup of love. It's taught person A a lesson as well, I think. Okay, so what action they will finally take? I will open later, of course. Gemini, I'm going to go to the other side now, see how person B is feeling, and then we'll do the action cards together. So person B, how are you feeling? Tell me about the Three of Pentacles and the person B says, I was living in an illusion. I was living in an illusion, hoping for something from my person who gave me nothing. Now, I've lost hope in this connection, in the sense I don't want to give this a second chance. I don't want to deal with somebody who was dealing with others or their attention was on other people. I don't want to deal with a player anymore. I don't even want to talk to them anymore. I'm not going to be an option in anyone's life. If they can't choose me, if they can't make up their mind, well, I'm going to make up my mind. I'm not going to deal with a liar, somebody who's never clear about what they want, somebody who doesn't have the courage to speak to me or make up their mind. Well, I feel I was emotionally dissatisfied in this connection, so I am walking away. Right? Why are you doing that? Tell me, person B. The Lovers, again, a card of choice. So person B is telling me person A never made that choice, kept them as an option. Yeah, person B says, I'm not going to allow anyone to come and fool me or behave arrogant or, be one up over me. It was always their way or the highway, and they were just being very, very stubborn and egoistic and making me feel I was not good enough. They stabbed me in the back. They hurt me. They plunged 10 swords in my back. I'm not going to deal with anyone who's going to give me sleepless nights, stress, tension, nightmares. I am releasing this connection, Omkaratarot, because I've figured out this was an imbalanced connection. There was no justice. I'm not going to stick around and wait for them anymore. In fact, I'm moving on. I'm getting onto my chariot and moving on because I know my value. I know my worth. I know what I bring to the table. And if they can't see my value and worth and always keep pushing me down or creating conflict, then you know what? I also have the option to have other options. I can choose a new direction. Why should I make anyone make me feel like an option, make me feel as if I was not good enough? They took my love for granted. They kept taking from me, but they never refilled my cup. And slowly, they were depleting all my cups. So that's the reason I think person B has learned their lessons and they are walking away. So tell me, how do you see the connection now? How do you see person A and how do you feel about this connection currently? Person B says, I just told you I was carrying all the emotional weight on my shoulders, Omkaratarot, so I'm dropping it. I'm giving up. 10 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, too much of conflict. Person B says they were wasting my time, making me always, fight for them, fight for their attention. Too many people in the mix. They were, hogging up their limelight they just wanted me an option to say, please, I'm there as well. I'm not going to do that. That energy, that effort, that fuel, that fire that I have within myself, I'm going to focus it on myself. I'm going to redirect that energy and put all that energy into my work, on my success. Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, person B says, they found out something. I think they found out something. Something came to light. Maybe they found out through gossip or rumors or something that didn't make person B feel happy at all. And they realized that there is no firm foundation here to build on, and a tower is inevitable or has already happened. Maybe it happened on the last day when you guys had an argument or a fight or something. I don't know. But person B is right now saying, I'm not going to deal with any of that crap. I'm going to move on towards new love. I'm going to focus all my attention on taking a leap of faith in a brand new direction with a new person. Or maybe right now only on my work. Because I don't trust them anymore. I don't trust person A. I'm cutting this person out of my life. Okay, so what action, both of you? I'm going to take another deck for this one, and while I shuffle this deck now, if the storyline has been resonating, do let me know by tapping the thumbs up button. Helps the videos to circulate, keeps me motivated, Gemini, and newcomers, repeating viewers, do like, share, subscribe to the channel. We welcome you in. So person A, action from your end towards person B or otherwise. Four of Wands in reverse. They feel they lost out on this partnership because of their player ways. This person knows why they lost out on the partnership, because they were being immature. They were being a knight of swords, knight of wands. And now they are reflecting. They are reflecting on the bad choices they made. This person didn't make up their mind. They just never chose the right direction, even though I think they always knew person B was their star, was their wish come true. They could have had a happily ever after with the other person. So are you going to take any action, or are you just reflecting now this week? Six of Wands, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Well, they say, I don't know how the other person feels anymore. They're in the dark. They don't know what the other person feels anymore. I think person B is not talking to them. There's silence, radio silence happening here. So they are kind of worried that the other person has already moved on to a passionate brand new beginning. Maybe they've, stable in their own life, have somebody else to love. So they are now, I think they are sitting in a lot of sadness, because heart of hearts, they do believe that because of their actions, they've lost person B, and person B has already moved on, emotionally walked away. This person never expressed, or is still scared to express. They are burdened, very overwhelmed, still trying to spy, still trying to find out whether this connection has totally ended. Have they moved on? Have they moved on to a new beginning? But whatever said and done, this person is now feeling the loss. They are feeling lonely. They are feeling sad. They are sitting in hermit mode. Maybe they are learning their lesson that they had something which was perfect in their life. Perfect. I mean, now they see that the person they had in their life was incomparable. The person who's no longer even chasing them anymore. So now it's like they're heartbroken, because they, I think, pushed away the one person who was perfect for them. And it's breaking their own heart as to why they never made that choice, why they never made up their mind when they had the time. Now they are the ones for feeling left out in the cold, feeling left behind, wondering why they left, why they held back. Dreading the chapter is shut down already, and the other person most possibly is already moved on to new love. Okay, so person B, what about you? Action from your end towards person A or otherwise in your own life. Hierophant in reverse. Person B has, I think, given up the hope that person A will ever even want commitment. What's the Hierophant in reverse? Judgment, Six of Cups, Magician, Three of Wands, Six of Wands, Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, Seven of Cups. I think person B somewhere feels person A was never interested in commitment. I think for a long time, person B did wait. They were waiting, maybe waiting that person A will recognize this connection. Maybe they will step up, they will do right by me. We can have this connection back again. I think person B was manifesting a long time that person A would return back to them. But now, I think they are accepting being single. They could be now trying to check out other options. They have healed in all this time. They could be focusing on their work, accepting the ending, because they never got the offer, Spirit says. They were discontent. They never received that offer. So with a heavy heart, I think person B is accepting the ending and saying, you know what, I waited long enough. They are still not making up their mind. They're still not choosing me. So maybe it's time for me to move towards the new. Two of Pentacles, overall energy, Spirit. What's the Two of Pentacles? Yeah, they never made up their mind. I might as well be single. So this is person B who's saying, I don't want to be treated like an option. There is nothing to build on. The tower has happened. Maybe it's time for me to move forward. So that's what I have for you. Till next time then, Gemini. Love and light. Take care. Namaste.